My brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah sends someone into your life not to test your patience, but to teach your heart what true love means. It's not always fireworks or fancy words, it's peace, purity and purpose. You may not realize it, but when your connection draws you closer to Allah, that's no coincidence. That's a sign, a divine arrangement. Because love, when guided by the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, becomes more than emotion. It becomes ibadah. Say with me, let's uncover the signs that Allah is guiding you to your soulmate without you even realizing it. When Allah chooses someone for you, their presence in your life becomes a means of spiritual growth, not distraction. A true soulmate is not simply someone who makes you happy, it is someone who helps you become closer to Allah. This connection strengthens your iman, inspires you to pray more sincerely, and encourages you to live according to the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You'll notice that when you speak to them, your heart remembers Allah. When you think of them, you make dua instead of falling into haram desires. They remind you of your purpose, not by preaching, but by the calmness they bring, the sincerity in their intentions and the purity of their actions. This is how divine connections work. They purify, they uplift, and they guide. Not every emotional bond is a blessing. Some relationships pull you away from Allah. Those are tests, not signs. But the one written for you will bring you peace, not confusion, clarity, not chaos. They will encourage modesty, respect, and kindness. That connection is not random. It's Allah's mercy in human form, a reflection of His plan for your heart to find love that leads back to Him, not away from Him. One of the clearest signs that Allah is introducing you to someone meant for you is the peace you feel in their presence. Not obsession, not anxiety, not restlessness. Allah describes this beautifully in the Qur'an. And among His signs is that He created for you mates that you may find tranquility in them, and He placed between you affection and mercy. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. When a connection is from Allah, it feels calm, natural and effortless. Your heart doesn't rush or fear losing them. Instead, it trusts that what's written will remain. There's no need to chase, force or prove anything. True love, guided by faith, brings sakina, tranquility. It makes you feel closer to Allah, not distant from Him. On the other hand, obsession clouds judgment. It leads to overthinking, impatience and emotional exhaustion. Such feelings often come from attachment to the idea of love, not the blessing itself. But peace, quiet, steady and pure, that's divine. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that real love is built on mercy, not control, respect, not need. So if the thought of someone brings you serenity, gratitude and prayer, not chaos and guilt, it may well be Allah whispering, this one is written for you. When Allah intends for two souls to meet, He writes their connection long before they ever see each other. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, souls are like recruited soldiers. Those that recognize one another will be united, and those that do not will be divided. Bukhari and Muslim. This means that sometimes what seems like a coincidence is actually divine alignment. You may keep crossing paths with a person in unexpected ways, through different places, times, or even circumstances that seem random. But in truth, nothing is random in Allah's plan. Every encounter, every delayed meeting, every reconnection after distance happens with purpose. Allah may be preparing both hearts separately, teaching patience, maturity and trust before allowing them to meet again at the perfect moment. When something is written for you, it doesn't need chasing. Destiny doesn't rush, nor does it fade. Allah allows paths to cross repeatedly as gentle reminders that His timing is always perfect. So, if someone's presence keeps returning into your life, reflect spiritually before emotionally. Ask yourself, does this connection bring me closer to Allah? If the answer is yes, it may be that Allah is weaving your paths together as part of His greater plan. A union grounded in faith, not chance. Behavior. Allah unites two hearts. He prepares them through patience, purity, and spiritual growth. Many people rush to find their soulmate, but Allah first refines your heart so that when love comes, it is built on strength, not need. Every delay, every disappointment, every heartbreak, it's not rejection, it's redirection. Allah is protecting you from what is not meant for you while shaping you for what is. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, no one has been given a gift better and more comprehensive than patience. Bukhari and Muslim. Patience purifies the soul. It teaches you to depend on Allah instead of rushing toward people. It reminds you that love founded on taqwa, God consciousness, must first begin with self-control and purity. When you're growing in patience, you stop chasing attention and start seeking intention. You realize that a pure connection will come through the halal path, through nikah, not desire. This growth is a sign that Allah is preparing you for a love that's worth the wait, one that strengthens your faith, not weakens it. So when Allah delays what your heart longs for, don't despair. He is not denying you, He is developing you. The right love requires a ready soul, and only Allah knows when that moment has truly arrived. When Allah introduces you to the one meant for you, the connection will naturally align with the Sunnah. Pure, respectful, and guided by modesty. True love in Islam is not about secret messages, hidden meetings, or emotional dependence. It's about building something halal, something that earns the pleasure of Allah. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught that the best relationships begin and continue with sincerity and taqwa. He said, when a man marries, he has completed half of his religion, so let him fear Allah in the remaining half. A relationship that follows the Sunnah doesn't pull you away from your faith, it pulls you closer to it. Both individuals encourage one another toward prayer, patience, and purity. You will feel peace, not pressure, respect, not temptation. The focus will be on nikah, not dating. There will be boundaries, guidance, and blessings. Because when love is placed within the framework of the Sunnah, it becomes a source of barakah, blessing, not fitna, trial. So if your relationship makes you more mindful of Allah, brings you closer to the Qur'an, and helps you embody the teachings of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, then know it is not just love, it is guidance.